Hey guys, welcome back. You're tuning in to another episode of Lions Den Investments and Reviews. My name's Casey. Today is Thursday, October 8th, 2020. And hope you guys are having a good day. I just wanted to cover another video here, another topic on a new asset. It's one of its kind. It's not blockchain or crypto or stocks or anything like that. It's called Hashgraph, okay? Now, I said I was going to be shooting a video on this because I had a request from somebody who's been watching my channel, and they asked me what I thought about Hashgraph, and I thought, well, you know what? This is actually a good time to shoot a video on it and just kind of cover the basis and foundation of Hashgraph and what that's about and how it compares to blockchain. So I found an article here. It's on Hashgraph versus blockchain and the differences that you need to know about. Okay, um, blockchain is not the only method of data processing and storage, of course. Like we were just talking about, there's new technology out there called Hashgraph, and basically what this article is going to do is it's going to go through some of those main differences between the Hashgraph technology and blockchain. Now, there's quite a few questions about Hashgraph because it's so new. So one of those is, will hedera Hashgraph soon rival blockchain to be the leading technology in the world of crypto? Now, that's a good question. Blockchain may be the most well-known distributed technology at the moment, but there are still aspects if it needs to improve on. Um, and hedera Hashgraph believes it can fill these gaps. One of those problems being that when it comes to coins like Bitcoin, the processing and transaction speeds are too slow. They're way too slow, and that led to like the first, second, third generation of crypto tokens, and they just continue to get better and better with improvements upon some of these projects that improve the technology that was originally the underlying asset for Bitcoin. So it is getting better. Um, Now, what is hedera Hashgraph? Hedera Hashgraph is another form of distributed consensus. So when you hear the word consensus, think of trust. Okay, it's a trust-based system, meaning that it's distributed, right? So you're going to have all these computers out on a network, but they each share a copy of the blockchain, right? That's what the blockchain was originally. And if anybody came in and tried to manipulate the blockchain, all these other computers were on a trust-based system. So they would talk to each other and they'd say, computer X, do you have a copy of what I'm seeing? And then computer X would talk to computer Y and so on. And they would all have to agree that they have the same um, new information that's come onto the blockchain. If not, it's set up on a trust-based system, so 50% of the network has to agree at least on what is out there in order for the next block to be confirmed and added to the blockchain. If not, if there's not a 50% consensus, actually it's 51. It's got to be 51%. If it's not 51% trust-based, then that block doesn't go onto the blockchain. All right, so and that's essentially again trust based. So the computers will say, hey, do you got a copy of this, copy of that? If there's over 51% of them that say no, then it doesn't go on the blockchain. If 51% of the computers are like, yes, that's right, it goes on the blockchain. So to clear that up a little bit for you, hopefully that makes sense. That's what they're talking about here. Hedera Hashgraph is another form of distributed trust, consensus. It is a peer-to-peer platform which removes the need for a middleman to complete transactions. Okay, well, that's essentially what some of these cryptos are doing too. Um, their site tells us that the platform is able to handle thousands of transactions per second. The technology is also available to verify more than 1 million signatures per second. So, is it fast? Yeah, it's super fast. Um, the technology states that no small group of people can influence the trust order of transactions. This is a feature that is absent from many distributed ledger technologies, but is essential for existing applications. I might I might disagree a little bit on that statement simply because I've taken some programming courses on blockchain just to understand it better. And I can tell you it's a two-layer security protocol, most of them. That's why I'm saying I kind of lightly disagree on this, just due to the fact that they're saying that, you know, the technology states that no small group of people can influence the trust order of transactions. Um, there are foundations out there that try to do this sometimes. It's very few, far in between when it comes to blockchain, though, because you just can't. You've got influencers, right, who can influence the direction that the developers take the blockchain, but when it comes to actually hacking into the blockchain and changing, um, block data, stuff like that, extremely hard to do because it's a two-layer security protocol. So you'll have basically you have a hash algorithm that connects two different blocks which hold data. If that hash algorithm gets tampered with or changed so that they can get in and manipulate a transaction on a block, if that happens and then they put it back out there, number one, if you change the algorithm on a hash that connects two blocks, you're already tampering with the blockchain. So when the copy goes back out on the blockchain, all these other computers see it, and you get kicked off like immediately. I've tried it. It happens basically within a nanosecond. As soon as you change one character on the hash that connects these two blocks of data, you're done. Now, if you have like quantum computing and you try to hack into that and change the one character on the hash algorithm with a quantum computer, say for instance, you might be able to get in there and change the data. But then again, you're fighting almost artificial intelligence in a way because you're going to have to get past the first layer protocol, which is this consensus trust based system where all these nodes are sitting here saying, hey, you got the same block of data that I'm seeing? And if they all say, yes, then okay, cool, it goes back on the blockchain. But you know, again, most of the time when you try to hack into a block like a blockchain, and let's say you get past that second layer, um, which is the hash algorithm, and you get down to the first layer, if you try to change that algorithm or you try to change any type of data inside that block, okay, you're going to have to do it going through some computer that's on that network. And that's just it. You can only do it on one computer. There's really no way to hack into like multiple computers at the same time unless they're connected to a centralized network. This is decentralized. So all these different computers are in different locations. There's no way possible that even a quantum computer would be able to do this and put a block, out on multiple computers at the same time, enough so to where it changes the consensus of the entire network. That's just impossible to do. Um, so the technology, that's cryptos and blockchain. Hashgraph, they're saying here the this is a feature that is absent from many distributed ledger technologies. Um, I disagree with that. The technology uses Byzantine fault tolerance or Byzantine fault tolerance, meaning all transactions are validated when more than two-thirds of nodes are made aware of the transaction in place. Okay, again, it's just like blockchain. It's not much difference there. This is considered to be a better and safer environment than the distributed ledgers of blockchain. It's just different terminology, really. Um, I would have to see a course or take a course on Hashgraph to better understand that, but it sounds like it's basically just the same as blockchain. Again, they talk about the trust here, um, faster transactions, open source versus patented, public and private, uh, mining. I could go on and on. I don't want this video to go too long because I could cover every single thing, but I'll leave a link in the description of the video for you on this so you can read it for yourself and get more familiar with Hashgraph. I'll also take you over to the site here. Uh, actually, when I said it was one of its kind, Hedera Hashgraph, there is something called HBar, which is the first token on the crypto market so that you can actually invest in Hedera Hashgraph. I was familiar with this over a year and a half, 2 years ago, and was looking for a way to possibly, invest in Hedera because it's so new, it's one of its kind. And from that perspective, I think it offers a great investment opportunity because, again, it might be an undervalued asset here over time. Um, Another thing I want to talk about real quick with any project in cryptos or Hedera Hashgraph or even on the stock market, you can have the greatest technology in the world, but if you cannot get that out of the lab and distribute it to the marketplace, um, you're dead in the water. Okay, so you got to remember that when you're looking at some of these. And with right now with Hedera, I was reading a couple articles the other day on it. They've been having a lot of problems with, just the technology in general, trying to get it to the state in which they say that it can operate. Um, so it took a massive drop in price. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but they have a lot of kinks to work out in the technology itself and the company behind Hedera Hashcraft. Again, I don't know enough about them yet, so I'm gonna continue doing some research on them. But they're gonna need to be able to get this technology out of the lab and distribute it to the marketplace. Okay. Right now, there are people that are supporting it. LG is one of them. There's another foundation out of Australia that is funding, not necessarily funding, but supporting Hedera Hashgraph. Uh, and I can't remember the exact name of this foundation that's out of Australia, but there are some people that are interested in the technology on a global scale, which is a good sign. But again, they're going to have to get this technology out of the lab. They're going to have to get more support, more um, more of the glitches worked out in the technology before this actually, I think, becomes a better marketplace or a leader in a whole new market in itself. So, um, if you like what you're hearing here, go ahead and hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel, guys. I'm trying to hit 800 subscribers here, so that'll help the YouTube algorithm and get me on my way to hitting my goal here at 800 subscribers. I greatly appreciate all you guys watching, and I'll be shooting another video here probably, I don't know, sometime tomorrow or um, maybe this weekend. So, guys, take care, have a good day, and I will talk to you later.